Be consistent. Listen up. You want results? You want to be great? You want to separate yourself from the pack? Then be consistent. Not when you feel like it, not when it's convenient, every single day. People out here searching for motivation like it's some magic pill. Forget motivation. It's weak. It's unreliable. It's there 1 second, gone the next. But discipline, that's unshakable. That's the fire that doesn't go out, no matter how tired, broken, or defeated you feel. Consistency isn't sexy. It's not flashy. It's not Instagram worthy. It's the unseen work, the early mornings, the late nights, the grind when no one's watching, when there's no applause, no validation, just you versus you. And that's the fight most people lose because they let their feelings dictate their actions. They do it when it's easy, when it's comfortable, when it fits their mood. That's why they stay the same. You want real change? Stop negotiating with yourself. Stop making excuses. Stop looking for the easy route. There isn't one. There's only the work. So when you're tired, work. When you don't feel like it, work. When the results aren't showing yet, work. Because here's the truth. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your habits. And if your habits are weak, you'll always be weak. But if you show up day after day, no matter what, you become unstoppable. Discipline over motivation. Motivation is a liar. It's that fake friend that hypes you up one day and disappears the next. It's that burst of energy you feel after watching some motivational video, but when the alarm clock rings at 4 a.m., gone. Now it's just you, your excuses, and the choice to get up or stay comfortable. That's why discipline wins every time. Discipline doesn't care if you're tired. Discipline doesn't ask how you feel. Discipline doesn't negotiate. It just executes every single day. No questions asked. See, most people live their lives waiting to feel like it. They wait for motivation like it's some magical force that'll carry them to greatness. Guess what? It won't. That's why they start something, go hard for a week, then disappear. New year, new me, gone by February. They never build real habits because they rely on an emotion that fades. But discipline doesn't fade. Discipline is doing the work when there's no hype, no applause, no one watching. It's showing up on the days when your body screams no and your mind gives you 1,000 excuses. It's doing what needs to be done regardless of how you feel. Think about the greats, the ones who truly dominate. You think they're motivated every day? Hell no. They get up and put in the work because that's who they are. It's a lifestyle, not a phase. It's a standard, not a choice. And that's the difference. Motivation is a spark. Discipline is the fire that never goes out. No one cares. Work harder. You think people care about your struggles? You think the world is sitting around feeling sorry for you? They're not. Everybody's got their own problems. Everybody's fighting their own battles. So while you're over there making excuses, somebody else is out there grinding. Life doesn't owe you anything. You could have the hardest past, the worst circumstances, the most unfair situation, but guess what? Nobody cares. You still have to show up. You still have to put in the work. Cry about it, complain about it, make excuses about it, and the world keeps spinning. People love to talk about their problems like it's a free pass to quit. Oh, I had a rough childhood. So did a lot of people who made it. Oh, I don't have the right resources. Someone with less is outworking you right now. Oh, I tried, but it's too hard. Yeah, good. It's supposed to be. The truth is, nobody is coming to save you. No one's going to pull you out of bed. No one's going to carry you through the pain. It's all on you. That's either terrifying or the most freeing thing you'll ever realize. Because if it's all on you, then guess what? You control it. So what are you going to do? Sit around, complain, and watch your life pass you by? Or are you going to get up and work? Work like your life depends on it. Because it does. Every time you feel sorry for yourself, remember, someone out there is outworking you. Someone out there had it worse and still made it. The difference, they put in the work. So stop looking for sympathy. Stop waiting for motivation. Stop hoping for things to get easier. They won't. You just need to get stronger. Life doesn't owe you anything. You can have the hardest past, the worst circumstances, the most unfair situation, but guess what? Nobody cares. You still have to show up. You still have to put in the work. Cry about it, complain about it, make excuses about it, and the world keeps spinning. People love to talk about their problems like it's a free pass to quit. Oh, I had a rough childhood. So did a lot of people who made it. Oh, I don't have the right resources. Someone with less is outworking you right now. Oh, I tried, but it's too hard. Yeah, good. It's supposed to be. The truth is, nobody is coming to save you. No one's going to pull you out of bed. No one's going to carry you through the pain. It's all on you. That's either terrifying or the most freeing thing you'll ever realize, because if it's all on you, then guess what? You control it. So what are you going to do? Sit around, complain, and watch your life pass you by? Or are you going to get up and work? Work like your life depends on it, because it does. Every time you feel sorry for yourself, remember, someone out there is outworking you. Someone out there had it worse and still made it. The difference? They put in the work. So stop looking for sympathy. Stop waiting for motivation. Stop hoping for things to get easier. They won't. You just need to get stronger. Small daily wins stack up. Everybody wants to be great, but nobody wants to do the small, boring, unsexy work that it takes to get there. They want the big moment, the highlight reel, the I made it speech. But they don't want to grind through the days where it feels like nothing is happening. That's where people fail. They look at the mountain and think, damn, that's too high. They get overwhelmed. They overthink. And instead of taking the first step, they freeze. Stop thinking so big. Start thinking daily. Success isn't built in a day. It's built in the thousands of days nobody sees. It's the extra rep, the extra mile, the extra effort when you could have quit, but didn't. Those little choices, they stack up. You don't wake up one day and suddenly become unstoppable. You earn it through the daily, relentless, repetitive grind. That's how you build confidence. That's how you build discipline. That's how you build a mentality that doesn't break. But most people, they quit before they even give themselves a chance. They want results now. They do something for a week, don't see massive progress, and give up like the work was wasted. It wasn't. See, every single day you show up, even when you don't feel like it, you're laying bricks. One brick at a time. It might not seem like much, but over time, that shit becomes a fortress, a foundation so strong that when life hits you, because it will, you don't crumble. It's about momentum. It's about proving to yourself every day that you can show up. Not just when it's easy, not just when you're hyped, every damn day. So stop chasing shortcuts. Stop looking for the big break. Start stacking small wins, because one day those small wins will turn into something so massive that people will call it an overnight success. But you'll know the truth. It wasn't overnight. It was every night. Embrace the suck. You want to be great? Then get comfortable being uncomfortable. Most people run from pain. The moment things get tough, they break. They look for the exit, the excuse, the easy way out. But the ones who win, they run toward it. They don't just accept suffering, they embrace it. Because here's the truth, growth lives in pain. Strength is built in struggle. And if you can't handle the suck, you don't deserve the success. You think you're tired? Good. You think it's unfair? Good. You think you've done enough? You haven't. Pain is the test. It's life asking you, how bad do you really want this? And most people, they fail. Not because they aren't capable, but because they aren't willing to suffer for it. See, you can't avoid the suck. You can't run from the grind. You can't outsmart the hard work. The only way out is through. So when it's hard, go harder. When your body screams stop, push further. When your mind tells you to quit, laugh at it, keep moving. Because one day the pain that you're feeling right now, it'll be the reason you're unstoppable. Stand for something every day. You say you want to be great, but what do you stand for? What's your code? What's the standard you refuse to break no matter how hard it gets? Because if you don't have one, you're already lost. Most people, they fold. They bend to the pressure, to the opinions of others, to their own damn weakness. One day they're disciplined, the next they're making excuses. One day they're locked in, the next they're back to their old habits. They stand for nothing, and that's why they never get anywhere. See, if you don't set your own standard, life will set it for you. And life, it doesn't give a damn about your dreams. It will break you, wear you down, push you to the point where quitting seems like the only option. And if you don't have something solid to hold on to, something you stand for every single day, then you're done. Your standard has to be unshakable. It has to be the thing that gets you out of bed when you don't feel like it. The thing that makes you push harder when nobody's watching. The thing that keeps you disciplined when distractions come knocking. It's not about what you do sometimes, it's about what you do always. That's what separates the elite from everybody else. So ask yourself, when the pain hits, when life punches you in the mouth, when the results don't come fast enough, are you going to stand firm or are you going to fold like everybody else? You are your habits. You don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your habits. Everybody wants to be great. Everybody talks about success, discipline, becoming unstoppable, but what do their daily actions say? Because at the end of the day, it's not your dreams, not your words, not your intentions that define you. It's what you do every single day. Your habits are who you are, period. They don't lie. You say you want to be disciplined, look at your daily routine. You say you want to be elite, look at the small decisions you make when no one's watching. Are you waking up early, putting in the work, staying locked in on your goals? Or are you hitting snooze, making excuses, and hoping that someday you'll magically become the person you keep talking about? See, most people live in denial. They convince themselves they're working hard when they're really just doing the bare minimum. They tell themselves they're grinding when they're really just going through the motions. But reality doesn't care about what you tell yourself. It only reflects what you repeatedly do. Every rep you skip, every shortcut you take, every time you choose comfort over commitment, you're training yourself to quit. You're wiring your brain to accept mediocrity. And guess what? When life gets hard, when the pressure's on, you'll default to the level of discipline you built in your daily habits. So stop lying to yourself. Stop acting like success is some big dramatic moment. It's not. It's in the small, relentless, consistent habits you build when no one's watching. It's in the choices you make when there's no applause, no validation, no instant reward. You want to be great? Then act like it every damn day. At the end of the day, it all comes down to one thing: consistency. Not talent, not luck, not motivation, just relentless discipline, day in, day out effort. Because greatness isn't built in a single moment. It's built in the thousands of unseen reps, the early mornings, the extra miles, the choices you make when no one is watching. It's built when you stop negotiating with yourself, when you refuse to make excuses, when you commit to showing up no matter what. Most people will never get there, not because they can't, but because they won't. They let emotions control them. They give in to comfort. They start strong, but they don't have the guts to keep going when it gets tough. And that's why they stay the same. But you have a choice. Right now, are you going to be like everyone else? Or are you going to be the one who does the work no matter what? The one who stays disciplined when the motivation is gone. The one who doesn't just chase greatness, but becomes it. This isn't a one-time thing. It's not something you do when you feel like it. It's who you are. So get up, get moving, stay locked in, and be consistent. Every